stuff there. But is this me?
That's you.
Can I be me?
All you, buddy.
Big brawl. You're a young woman. I'm an elderly man.
I appreciate you saying that. No, my chairs have been actually just wrong for my body. They cut off the circulation on my legs in a weird way.
Yikes.
And
And you died.
then my back hurts. It's weird. Plus I can bring the energy better.
Bring the energy. Alright.
Have you announced for JRD yet this weekend?
I've announced for both.
For both. Okay, I have not announced for not yet.
Just stop going through that one because maybe it's all I hear.
So I just confirmed at least with my team, it's now called Battle of the Bagel, Battle for the Bagel or something, and you guys will totally say that. It's absolutely okay. Just so you know.
Okay.
Like, it's going on the social medias. It's fine.
Battle of the Bagel. Also, do you know this is the same crew? It's a different ref crew. I think some of the same as the scorekeepers in our store. Not the same. Different.
I don't think they've
know about
rotated scorekeepers.
They're not, you said?
I don't think they have.
Okay.
I've been here.
Okay. Yeah, we've heard some scorekeeping problems.
Oh.
Was it? Community.
This is the totally redesigned Lifer Visor helmet from S1. Featuring our patented Fusion foam, this helmet has the impact protection you've come to expect from an S1 helmet and is both multiple impact and high impact certified. Our new custom visor is made with a high impact polycarbonate lens, which is optically correct and features our patented cover catcher, which allows for multiple covers to be worn with easy on-off. The outside lens has an anti-scratch coating, while the inside has an anti-fog coating. The outer shell is equipped with in-mold mounting hardware, so that the visor can be removed and replaced if needed. The S1 Lifer Visor helmet, where innovation and function are actualized.
Trans tracking, splat like during games, so I'll have some of that to say when I stick out. But yeah, sounds good, man. And I got plenty of New York humor that I will attempt to unleaven with some matzo humor here and there as warranted. We did a little cheat sheet over there for the win. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here.
It's 18
So, win over Wisconsin, 145 to 90. Win over Florida, 196 to 148. Lost to Pennsylvania, 194 to 91. Lost to California, 144 to 97. Scusi by win Flower Power 592. Lost to Michigan 178 to 110. Lost to Texas which I had to watch last night on replay because I'm staying with Johnny Pepper and Arrakis and Lemonator. So we got to watch that game,
I'm sorry, which game was that?
the Texas-New York game.
Oh, yeah.
We got to watch that one at 1 this morning because Lemon and Arrakis were very into rewatching their victory. The New York announcer in the room. All right, thank you very much. Do we know what place this is playing for? Say it again. 7th and 8th. Sorry. Yep. Rocky Bonobo. Yep. Hello. I've always said it Bonobo. Maybe it is Bonobo. I've always said the monkey. Bonobo. Yeah. I'm entirely possible that I'm wrong. I have no idea. I feel like I've only read about bonobos and bonobos.
So how do I say that again?
Daidainu.
Dayenu? Dayenu?
Yep.
Yenu?
I think if you just go with Dai, you'd be okay.
Yeah, that's what I have been doing. Or just,
But yeah, Daidainu. That's all right.
Or just die.
That's Marcus.
Although one of the coaches was like yelling at me. I got yellow. I don't got like, well, that's his nickname. That's what I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well. Oh, it looks like we are live here. Can you hear me, Bob? Check. You can't hear me. I can.
No, I'm not going to be able to.
Okay. Talk in there. Let me see if I can hear you.
No, you can't.
I can.
Oh, you can?
I can hear you and me.
That didn't work. That didn't work the last time.
I wonder which.
You say something now.
Check.
No, I can't hear you, so it must be the same microphone I had last time.
Check. Can you hear me now? No.
No, that's all right.
That's all right. Here we go. Check. No. All right.
I mean, I'm old, hard of hearing, so it's just yet another, obstacle for me to overcome.
Well, that'll happen. There we go. All right. Well, so be it.
All right.
This is Mo Chismo coming at you here. Sitting with me is Bob Noxious. We are here for the Battle of the Bagel. That'll be Team New York versus Jewish Roller Derby. We don't have quite enough time to get through the rosters, so we will get to them as the official reviews permit.
Yeah, and of course, we want to welcome everybody to Skate Wars 2024, the inaugural Skate Wars. 24 teams, 3 tracks, and a lot of great work by our host league, AK, and the rest of the committee.
This is the fight for places 7 and 8 in this tournament. Team New York coming in with 1 win and 2 losses, also a bye. Win versus Flower, losses versus Michigan and Texas. Jewish Roller Derby coming in with 2 wins against Wisconsin and Florida, and losses versus Pennsylvania and California.
And if you're not familiar with the tournament structure, it's a single elimination tournament. We are now into the consolation bracket. Pennsylvania and Diaspora will play for the championship a little later today. That was easy for me to say.
Yeah, you nailed it, as you always do. All right, we are ready to go.
Don't make people have higher expectations.
It'd be hard to have lower expectations for you, Bob. I love you.
That was awesome.
All right, and this is actually the first JRD game, JRD meaning Jewish Roller Derby, of course, first JRD game that I've seen. I love the fact that they have a Star of David on their helmet cover. Of course they would. When else? The Bagel Brawl, Battle of the Bagel. One way or the other, it's She-Devil on the line for New York, 063. And right, this 1-8, that is Sure Man or Rachel. First lead jam for JRD.
And She-Devil struggling to get up through the pack. She's been rejected once already. She's trying to get through now.
Star Pass going to 09 on New York. That is Gil Valentine for New York.
Nice job by Judas Maccabee and other blockers to keep She-Devil from getting through.
3 picked up by JRD there, unreturned by New York. And first blood going to JRD. Dai Dayenu on the line now for Jewish Roller Derby. And Switchcraft 110. We're going to be seeing plenty of them out there for New York. Dai Dayenu with an early jump. Where's a brutal? Blocking them, but not for long. Dai Dayenu through for lead.
Got those legs pumping, get by Sweets. And we're gonna have a star stash for Switchcraft.
Through the pack and called off before they can engage. Great heads-up derby. 3 would have been enough for Dai Dayenu, and it was.
You know, with all the derby that we've seen this weekend, and of course they're all stars, it's been very disciplined.
Yeah, not huge penalties. I've seen one ejection in a game this entire weekend.
Yeah.
Given that I've watched, I don't know, 20-odd games at this point.
24
It's pretty
teams.
impressive, yeah.
Yeah. Well, even with the scoring runs too, you don't see people taking a lot of unnecessary chances or missing the fact that they should have called jumps off.
That's very true. Number 12, Vanek on the line going up against Jag, 817 out of Rock City, Rochester Roller Derby. And 3 in a row for JRD as 12, Vanek takes the lead. Jag is through the pack as well. We'll see what Vanek does with it. Knocked to the outside by Little Orphan Slammy have got them. Forces the call off. Was there 1 point scored for JRD?
I love that name, Little Orphan Slammy.
Yeah, goose eggs on that jam.
But please, let's do a little fundraising and get her a jersey that's not completed with duct tape.
One of our juniors coming up through the Junior Gotham Roller Derby situation. And now rostered on a...
That's so cool. When those kids come up, man, they're amazing when they're kids.
Oh,
They come up to
100%.
the adult leagues, they are so
Yeah.
prepared.
She-Devil is on the line against somebody written out in Hebrew on my scoreboard, and I have a hard time with those letters. Is that alligator? No, I think that's just chaos. But She-Devil's your lead jammer. First lead jam for New York.
Yep, that is going to be Chaos. Chaos having a hard time trying to get this back. Number 213. Going to pose an issue. And She-Devil's going to take the points, call it off. That's going to be a 4-0 run for New York over Jewish Roller Derby. There's 26 minutes remaining in the first period.
All right.
And they are playing for the pleasure of place 7th and 8th in this tournament.
Lucky 7 and Elite 8. And a power start for Team New York as 17-17 put in the box. Just chaos right at the end. So 30 seconds for Switchcraft on the power start. 1 to get by in the front for Switch, 2 to get by in the front for Switch, 3 to get by in the, well, you see how this is going.
Switchcraft gets a nice offensive block from the hammer, allows her to go to the front of that pack where people are waiting for her
Yep.
and they want to hurt.
And they do. Switches through, though. Lead on the power start. And now being joined by 17-17 coming out of the penalty box. Just chaos. Switches through for 4, and that's a lead change.
The hammer once again prevents Chaos from making that apex jump.
Hard to prevent chaos. Chaos happens, man. All right, New York taking 4 total on that, or will that be 8? It's a lead change either way. 8 points bring it to 6-12. Battle of the Bagel, Bagel Brawl. I forget exactly what we're calling this. What's your favorite bagel, Bob?
The cinnamon one.
Cinnamon one. All right. Going sweet on that. I'm a whole wheat everything guy. Jag on the line. 117 for New York. Oz Farkas 0-2 in the first jammer appearance of the game for her.
Bengals jammers fighting at the back of the pack, trying to find a way up through the front stretch. And on the outside line, you're going to get Jag.
First three in a row. That's not true. JRD had three in a row. First three in a row for New York.
Yeah, Oz really struggling, getting a lot of grief from Nurse Ratchet and friends.
Jag pulled back, recycled all the way back by JRD.
And what looked like it was going to be a star pass turned into I'll keep this and stash it, at least for the moment.
Knocked to the outside boy, Fuerza Brutal, who has been such a strong defense all weekend long. Jag knocked to the outside there by 3-1. I think that's Bruceberry Pine. Or was it 3-0? Stabby Cat, my bad. Could have been either one of them. They're both out there. Jag fighting hard on that inside line. Knocked to the outside. Huge hit by number 30, Stabby Cat. And Jag calling it off with a little bit of frustration.
Well, I think for the most part this weekend, we have seen what really good defenses do, and they're exhausting.
Yeah,
You
that's
get a team like Michigan, you get a team like some of our other top teams.
Yeah, Michigan's defense
Is
just
unbelievable.
sick. My
Yeah. I get tired watching it.
That's fair. All right, and a timeout being credited to JRD now. This timeout brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads. I believe we have a helmet going to the MVP at the end of the game provided by 888.
And we want to talk a little bit about Happy Penalty Box. Penalty Box is sponsored by Happy Coffee. It's expertly blended and slow roasted for more complex notes. And I don't think they mean music on that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Although you can make music after drinking.
Sure. Oh my, that's all right. Sharp taste and ultimate smoothness. Now that's Happy. Happy is proud to partner with NAMI, the largest grassroots mental health organization in the U.S. For more information, please visit nami.org or happyproducts.com/namey.
All right, back to the action here. After the JRD timeout has run its course. 0-6-3, She-Devil is your lead jammer for New York.
We're going to see Oz Farkas come back on the track for JRD. She-Devil getting some help from the hammer, but they're running out of space. She's going to have to bridge, and JRD is going to let them go.
Was there a jammer? She-Devil 4 and counting. Oz Farkas threw the initial pass.
And
She-Devil calls it.
as we would have suspected, she will call it off before JRD has a chance to score any points.
JRD held for the last 5 jams to 0 points. New York had a little bit of a tear. Switchcraft taking the line for New York. New York, of course, in purple. JRD in yellow. Which I think we're calling white for our purposes here. That is, I believe that is Sureman on the line, or Raquel.
And
your lead
Sherman,
jammer.
will be the lead jammer. In the meantime, Switchcraft is going to be taken to her seat and finds a little room on the outside of the first turn and out of the pack.
Rahel getting right through there. Grabbing 4 points, chasing down Switch. Decides it's not worth it. Switch is hard to catch. They grab those 4 and call it off. 10 points on the board for JRD.
Sherman with one of the more definitive jams we've seen so far.
Yeah. Fifi taking the jam line for the first time today. 2150. And Daidaenu 1212 for JRD.
So I had the absolute pleasure, the first night that I was in town, of getting to sit down with the and
Pickles.
pickle juice.
All right, a
Apparently-
lot of electrolytes in pickle juice.
Yep,
man.
my understanding is that's the pre-game ritual.
All right. And, a post-game ritual, a pickle back, is a great shot. So,
Yeah. Or
kosher
pickleball.
dill action, can't go wrong with that.
Clausen, I believe, was the pickle of choice.
Well, this is Michigan, so that probably is what you got here. Also, the Michigan bagel that's sitting out here.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to judge these Michiganders, but I'm from New York City. I lived in Crown Heights for years. I know from bagels, okay?
Just like I know from cheese.
All right, listen, man. We all have our specialties. That is more than fair. All right, Switchcraft on the line in this Jam 10. Not Fifi, as I said originally. I'm not sure if they subbed out or if I was just plain wrong. Been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. Once I doubted myself. Dianu is your lead jammer with a quickness.
There we go with a little move to the inside of the back straight. To get through unabated. I shouldn't use big words like that.
Switch has stashed the star and looked like they were about to hand it off.
Die with a lot of power, going to split those front two blockers in New York.
Yeah, Kill Valentine grabbing the star. That's not Kill, that's Sweets actually. 16 grabbing the star. First star pass for New York. Sweets coming to us from Ithaca Roller Derby, the League of Women Rollers.
Interesting fact about Die is they hadn't ever played roller derby till 2 months before COVID shut things down.
That's a hell of a time to pick up a new hobby.
Then came back in 2022. Been on skates all their life, but still, that's impressive in a couple of years to be able to skate at that level.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the skating background there? Any idea?
I don't.
A lot of people come from speed skating, but I've certainly seen figure skaters do great. Van Eck on the line right now for JRD, and Van Eck in the lead right now. She-Devil following them right out of the pack. Three in a row now for JRD. As it's called off, a single point picked up by JRD on that.
Yeah, New York with one blocker advantage there. There wasn't going to be any place to go on that first turn.
It's about, I will be the extent of the math when I do it. Actually, that's what I do. I'm not good at either announcing or math, so it makes it really bad.
We've got Fifi lining up right now for New York.
Second time Fifi's jammed, and is that, I believe
That's just chaos.
Leila Mera, but we will see. Again, we need a number.
Fifi trying to find a way around that inside line, not able to find it. Nice blocking right now. And that's going to be
Fifi is lead jammer designated.
And
it's going to be number 31. Unfortunately, we don't have that name for that number.
that's Bruceberry Pie, I believe, and Bruceberry Pie picking up an out-of-play block. Fifi working their way around the track right now. As Just Chaos breaks through on the initial pass. Fifi hits the back of the pack and is going to call it off. I think that might have been a single point for New York. No? Is that 3 or 4?
For New York.
Huh.
Actually, I believe that was Stabby Cat I was referring to before. It's really hard to find her number on the New York roster.
That is true.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, I'm not wrong, right?
No. Nailed it. 22-27, New York maintaining a lead. Extending a lead, I should say. 22-23 at the end of the last.
So what's been our biggest jam so far? Total, not total score, but just top
there
score.
was maybe an 11-point jam by JRD earlier. And 8 points over on the New York side.
It's been very much a scratch and claw kind of game.
It has, yeah. And I'm not 100% sure on that 11. Oh, look at that. Coming from downtown, it's 0-2 Oz Farkas.
Switchcraft able to get around.
Switchcraft knocked to the inside. Looked like her skates were in the right area, but they decided to recycle anyway. Discretion's the better part of valor sometimes. Osmarkus with 4 showing and 4 more.
And Bruceberry Pie up there living up to the name. Probably doesn't taste very good, but it's bruised. With a little extra bruise.
Brutal, Fuerza Brutal with a great block there, slowing down Osmarkus for a second. But Oz recycles and gets right back into it. Maybe get a little bit of revenge there on Brutal coming back into the pack. Sweets out of the penalty box now. Penalty box is empty.
Yeah, both teams at full strength.
Switch in the front, and hard to tell if they kept their skates clean.
That was
Jam's over one way.
Now you say that at the very end to end the jam. That was that Bruceberry Pie one more time.
And this is a lead change, 34-27, JRD's favor after a giant 12-point jam.
Yeah.
That would be funny if Mike gets out. The Bagel gets moved from bench to bench.
Slinging Grits, a new jammer online for JRD right now. Number 185 going up against She-Devil 063.
Underway with jam number 13, She-Devil taking the start for Team New York up against Swinging Grits for Jewish Roller Derby.
15 left to play in this first half. One might even say a quarter down.
No, it's not.
Big hit by the hammer.
Yeah,
Yowza.
the hammer drops one more time.
My teeth hurt from over here. She-Devil recycled back as well. Hammer up front, giving She-Devil the time needed to break through for lead.
And we're going to see the Borscht Belt Bruiser. Or I'm sorry, that's actually Sherman.
I like Borscht Belt Bruiser though, that's a good name. Nobody's taking it.
Sherman able to get through that pack in a second. Not going to be able to score any points as New York's going to put the kibosh on that.
Sounds like it might be a Yiddish word. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know either.
A lot of words come to us through Yiddish.
Yep.
Food safety,
Not well.
All right, Jag on the line right now. And Dayenu, 12-12.
For this particular contest.
taking on Jag for Team New York.
Dayenu edge out there. Nice hit by Kill Valentine, I think that was. Team captain coming to us from Gotham.
Jag with one to beat.
Jag gets by, skating backwards. Lead jammer is Jag.
Dayenu, star in hand, push on the inside as the recycle back behind the New York Clockers.
Dayenu is through now on the initial pass. As Jag working on it, knocked out by number 30. Nice hit by Stabby Cat, forcing the call off. Did they get all four? They were in that pack for a minute.
Definitely noticing some great blocking out there by Stabby Cat.
And refs are being called to the middle. This pause and play brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads. 3 points picked up by New York there.
That's a tie game.
And that is a tie game right there, folks.
Tie game, folks.
34-34. Gotta love it.
I guess we get the bagel while it's tied, right?
That's right. Bagels are delicious.
Even if they're from Michigan? Sorry, talking to somebody off camera here. Bagels are delicious, even if they're from Michigan. I said that with a positive tone of voice, I'm sure.
I mean, sour cream's involved, right?
A schmear is
Yeah?
very important.
Okay,
Although,
all right.
although I eat bagels buttered like a goy, what can I say? What can I say?
Yeah, you can't do that dry either.
Listen, man.
You know, I'm from Wisconsin. It's been tried. Very bad idea. But I did learn from that first experience.
Do you put cheese curd on your bagels?
No, I'm not.
That seems like
I'm not.
Wisconsin style.
Okay, true. I am not as dedicated a cheese person. I have to admit, I'm kind of a phony.
Should you be saying that live on the internet? I mean, I feel like you are losing your Wisconsin card.
That's right.
now.
I'm gonna have to call my
Bad
family.
rolling, Bob.
I gotta call my family and make sure they go into a safe house. As my
I'm
house,
not really into cheese. You heard it here first. Breaking news for Bob Dachis.
because when I get home, my house will be cheese.
All right, well, let's pay some bills here, Bob. Our Our presenting sponsor for the weekend, the Gillespie Group, specializing in management, development, and reimagination of residential and commercial real estate properties. They credit quality people, a relentless creative spirit, and a passion for reinvention, and their ability to leave a lasting impact on Michigan's landscape. Thank you to presenting sponsor, Gillespie Group.
We also want to thank the Lansing Sports Commission for supporting Skate Wars. Yeah, we've had really nice coverage. The Lansing Center here has had. We've got a big sign out front. You know, the electronic things. We had a little animation in it.
Actual ads, I saw that. Very fancy.
Posters up with QR codes. Yeah, this has been really great. And of course, Lansing, just a terrific place to have a tournament.
It is, actually. You know, I did not know what I was in for. I was mainly just hoping to see Gretchen Whitford, but, you know, that's fine. I haven't yet, but that's fine. That's fine. But I have had a great time here in Lansing.
Yeah, everything's so close. We're right downtown. Hotels, just about everything you need is within walking distance.
All right, returning to the line here, we have Switchcraft going up against Vanek.
I'm also excited to see Vanek and I think that's
And is there one in the box standing right now for JRD?
it is Switchcraft, it is Vanek.
That's Bruceberry Pie out there stirring up some trouble.
Switchcraft knocked to the outside. Once more, you see Switch is very good at keeping those skates inside. Not able to do so this time. Vanek is your lead jammer. Switch has already stashed the star. Looking to pass it off to team captain Kill Valentine.
Switchcraft finds
Able to make it out without doing so, however.
outside turn one, turn two.
Vanek knocked outside. Big hit by number 18. That's the Hammer. Most of the hits from Hammer are pretty big.
That's right. Lives up to the name.
Full show.
You would be the nail. I think that's how it works.
Listen, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a jammer.
That's very true. That's going to be a 2-0 run for JRD. They're up 36-34 over New York. We've got a little over 12 minutes remaining in this, the first half of the placement game for place 7 and place 8.
Before that,
Just chaos on the line for JRD right now against She-Devil with 12 minutes left to play. And there we go. She-Devil with a quickness, grabbing lead jammer. Just chaos escaping the pack as well. Jerk Beefy chasing them down, but not able to land a hit.
Oh, nice dodge right there. It looked like Slinging Grits was going to have something to say about that, but just a split second too late.
She slung some grits, but did not land on She-Devil.
Slung some grits, but made no hits.
Oh,
there we go.
Well
Yeah.
played, sir.
Yeah.
Such poetry out of you.
I know.
Your soul is just incandescent, Bob.
You know, it's funny because when I woke up this morning, I felt incandescent. Oh no,
called
that
a hangover,
No, wait, that's translucent. I get them mixed up sometimes.
All right, that is a lead change as New York gets 4 points and takes the lead. And now Fifi coming to the line for New York. 21-50. Oz Farkas 0-2 jamming for JRD. And Oz Farkas is your lead jammer.
Oz actually able to plow through the hammer. We haven't seen that too many times today.
Oz Farkas 2 for 3 on lead jams thus far this half.
Bruceberry Pie is killing. Absolutely having a tremendous game. Right now anchoring the four wall that is up front.
offensive assist.
And the hammer's going to come in
Breaking it up,
to do
yeah.
what? Break things up.
And recycled all the way to the back. No, headed to the penalty box is Fifi. So that is the first power jam given up by New York, if my accounting is correct, which no guarantees on that. Oz Farkas in a power jam situation, looking to take back the lead for JRD. And let's see if they did so. 3 points is enough.
I'm thinking that Bruceberry Pie probably double dipped on the pickle juice today.
That'll do it.
You got to be careful. 3 times in.
It's 2 half sour shots is just a full sour shot, I believe. So technically speaking, it really would depend. All right, and I believe this is a power start as Fifi was left sitting in the box at the end of that jam. Still sitting, not yet standing. And that is 6-1-8 lead jammer.
And that's going to be Sherman.
Right to our start. All right, Fifi out of the box.
Rahel up in the front now, 2 to get by. Where's the Brutal? And of course, Kill Valentine. Pushing by Val, never easy. Where's the Brutal will lay you out. But JRD doing a great job. Sweets taking the star. Second star pass to Sweets this half. Forcing the call off.
Nice bridge that enabled this whole thing to happen. Put some points on the board. For Jewish roller derby, it's going to be 43. That's a 4-0 run. That's going to be 43 for JRD, 38 for New York. We've got 8:50 remaining.
And we got She-Devil up on the line in Jam 19. Dayenu up there for JRD, 12-12. No penalties being served right now, so 80 wheels on the track.
She-Devil going to get ejected into the inside of the track.
Yeah, Dayenu knocked to the outside at the same time.
Hammer all over Dai, making it nearly impossible for them to get through. But Dai's going to do that.
With a nice hit there coming out of the pack, but not enough to slow down Dayenu entirely. Lead jammer is She-Devil.
She-Devil does a nice job of coming up the back of that pack, finding a little bit of a crease on the inside, going to pull a handful of points, call off the jam, and that's going to be a 3-0 run for New York.
41 to 43, doesn't get much closer than that. They can get one closer than that.
Yeah.
Which is not much.
No, I like watching She-Devil skate.
Yeah.
You know, one of those jammers that has no fear.
No
and
fear,
no breaks.
Able to get so low,
Yeah.
duck right under hits. I've seen her dodge hits all weekend long by just getting under them. Switchcraft on the line against Vanek right now. 7:15 left to go in this half. Switch knocked to the outside, big hit by Stabby Cat. And I saw a back block to Aaron Watershow while I was sitting out 30. No package called.
When in Rome, anchoring that 3-wall up front for JRD.
Still no lead.
Yep, everything falls apart, but that doesn't matter because the jammer's going to wind up back at the jammer line.
Yeah, switch push to the inside, recycled back. Vanek also having some trouble getting by Fuerza Brutal up in the front. She recycles back. Up front, it will be switched. Took her about a minute, but they are jammer now. Lead jammer, that is. They always were jammer.
Yeah, Vanek's caught in a 3-wall right now that's been almost impenetrable.
Yes, Bob, I agree. Switchcraft through for 4, and that'll represent a lead change if they hold on to it. Star in hand from Vanek, passes it off to 185, Slingin' Grits. Second star pass for JRD, first is Slingin' Grits. Switchcraft.
Oh, Stabby Cat with a brilliant move. Pushes the New York blocker right into their own jammer.
See what Switchcraft did there. Kept those skates inside, even knocked to the inside. Fought to keep those skates inside, get back so they didn't have to recycle. Great roller derby there. And that will be a total of 8 points for New York, which represents a lead change, 49 to 44.
That's a lead change. Pass the Bengals with the other Bengals.
Pass the bagel.
What's all this bagel passing people are talking about?
You'll never catch me sharing a bagel. I'm not going to lie to you. Jag going up against Just Chaos right now at 17-17. Been jamming a lot for JRD. Only 5 points separating these two teams with 5 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, nice job by Bruce Berry Pine to spring hammer off the jammer for just a moment.
JRD up front, and a track cut being assessed to Just Chaos. Will be the third jammer penalty for JRD this half. And that means that Jag is out there alone with 30 seconds to cause some trouble.
getting quite the impressive look at little Orphan Slammy. No fear.
Yeah, none at all. Raised to have no fear, bred to have no fear.
Passive offense.
Just
Went through Junior Derby where there is no fear.
Junior Derby in Gotham, no less.
Yep.
Not to toot my own horn there, but
No pack call. That's good.
great program coming out of New York.
I never pictured you as a horn tooter, actually.
I played clarinet, never a brass
Yeah?
player.
Okay, all right.
Howard Jam now.
That's fair.
Okay, Lima out of the box.
Reed instruments scare me.
Nah, that's fair too.
Yeah.
Double reads are the worst. Too many reads, man. All right, Jewish roller derby finally, no, not establishing lead. Jag has the star stash. Looks like they're passing it, but I believe lead is still available. If
Yes.
they are taking down that star, we will not have a lead. That'll be our first no lead for the half.
And I think we wound up with a back block on the jammer.
Call, but another collar jam opportunity here for Team New York.
Is that right? I can't see the box from where I'm sitting. Yes, indeed, you are correct.
Yeah, because
So that's a double,
Jag obviously.
I believe that's a double jammer penalty, this jam for JRD.
But yeah, New York.
Now there's a battle right there. Bruceberry Pie and the Hammer.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a matchup. It's a matchup we're all anxious
Yeah, yeah.
to see.
100%. All right, so New York in a hard-fought,
2 minutes.
is that 0 points for that whole jam? That was a 2-minute jam,
Yeah, that's.
and I think it might be a scoreless jam. Yeah, 49 to 44. Points right where we left them. Oh, okay. Really?
Jewish roller derby, your score right now, 49 to 45. 2.5 minutes left in this half. And lined up to jam.
And we are that is Switchcraft jamming and leading for New York right now. Going up against,
Taking off
I believe that is Just Chaos, 17-17. Sitting in the box, of course.
Oh, Switchcraft with a nice apex jump through turn number 2. Going to stick the landing gears down. Your beverage service will not be interrupted. That is compliments of Air Switchcraft.
There you go.
Fly the friendly skies.
There's nothing friendly about the skies if Switchcraft is flying through them. I gotta tell you that right now. Switchcraft will lay you out as quick as you can blink. All right. Looks like 4 points picked up by New York there. To 45.
56. All right, so we did 3 was 7. It was 3 on the second. Yeah, because I remember watching Switch make the jump. So yeah, 56.
We got She Devil. We got Oz Farkas 02 for
Down to our
JRD.
last jammer, too.
Yeah, 2 on the. I'm sorry, 1:17 on the period clock.
And She-Devil is through.
She Devil's through
Devil
the
going to
lead.
do a nice job, even though being harassed, can you say, by number 44.
No, Emmylou Harris is not in this one. Enemy Lou Harris. Anyway, she's always harassing people.
Coming into the match straight away. Calls off the jam.
Under a minute left in this to play, but we do have time for one
We
more
might have
jam.
come up with a new name, Emmylou Harris.
There's no more serious bagel in Ella Roller Derby than today's bagel.
All right, last jam of the half. He said confidently.
30 seconds left in the first half.
And that is Sherman, 618 for JRD, and your lead jammer.
Jag. And Jag is past.
Jag passes the star to Sweets, number 16. Third time Sweets has taken the star this half.
And those Sweets had a lot of open road.
Yeah, we might have time for another one if somebody calls a timeout. Let's see if they do it. Nope, that's the period clock ended.
We're at halftime, friends.
And that's half. All right, 4 points picked up by Oz at the end of that, bringing the score to 49 to 60, which is the biggest lead that either of these teams have enjoyed thus far this game.
And remember, you've got a little over 9 minutes remaining. This could be a good time to have a quick intervention with a friend. You could go ahead and email grandmother, see if she's tech savvy. Make yourself a pizza, but be back.
This is the totally redesigned Lifer visor helmet from S1. Featuring our patented Fusion foam, this helmet has the impact protection you've come to expect from an S1 helmet and is both multiple impact and high impact certified. Our new custom visor is made with a high impact polycarbonate lens, which is optically correct and features our patented cover catcher, which allows for multiple covers to be worn with easy on-off. The outside lens has an anti-scratch coating, while the inside has an anti-fog coating. The outer shell is equipped with in-mold mounting hardware so that the visor can be removed and replaced if needed. The S1 Lifer visor helmet, where innovation and function are actualized.
Welcome back to Battle for the Bagel, Battle of the Bagel, Bagel Battle, something about bagels. Jewish Roller Derby versus Team New York.
Penalty timer, it's her birthday. Happy
90 seconds left to go before we restart here. So quick stats. New York has had 12 to 10 lead jams over JRD. They have passed the star 3 times. JRD's passed it twice. As far as my records, which are very unofficial, there have been 3 penalty jammer penalties for JRD. New York giving up only 1 thus far. Biggest jam of the first half for New York was only an 8-point jam by Switch in Jam 5. JRD also only breaking into, well, they broke into the double digits once. That was 12-12, getting 11 points, Daidainu on Jam 9. So, oh, there's a 12-point jam. I'm sorry, Ozfark has got a 12-point jam in Jam 12. So there you go. Not a lot of high-scoring jams here.
Nope.
Really playing very basic derby, 4 and no more, calling it off.
Yeah.
4 Daidainu,
Yep.
which means
Yep.
it would have been enough for us.
Yep.
So yeah, 4 points is enough for most of these jammers. They're calling it off with that. And you know, the defense out there is ferocious enough that I can see why they're doing it.
5 different team changes.
I suppose me nodding doesn't give you the assurance as you're right.
4, 5, 6, 7. I count 7 lead changes, including 1 jam where things tied. Counting that as a lead change.
It's been a fun game. It's been one of those kinds
Back
of
and
games.
forth.
This is not an unusual kind of game for JRD, actually. They've had a few of them.
JRD coming in seated at 16 here and playing for 7 or 8. Team New York coming in at 5 and playing for 7 or 8. All right, back to the action there. That is 6-1-8 Sherman, your lead jammer.
She Devil's gotten through the pack. Of course, Sherman going to go ahead, call off the jam, prevent the points. Just chip away.
How many
It's going to be a
points?
4-0 run for JRD.
4 points, yeah. All right, great.
And the score is 62 for New York, 53 for JRD. And we've got ourselves a timeout. I believe that's an official timeout.
Official timeout brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads, also Sacred Roller Skate Supply. Your source for high-quality skates and gear, builds, and community engagement. Queer-owned and operated since 2021. Sacred brings not only a passion for maintaining a supportive environment for skaters of all levels and all identities, but also providing industry-leading brands and knowledge to support a safe skating lifestyle. Whether it's roller derby, park skating, rink, or recreational, Sacred has you covered. Sacred Roller Skate Supply.
All right, so perhaps our vacation.
I read that so fast, but there's still an official timeout happening.
I don't know. Sometimes I think they just really do this so they can talk about like dinner and the after party.
You know, if either of us ever were a ref, maybe we'd be able to tell you more about what happens in there, but I refuse to take any responsibility for anything at all,
Yep.
preferably ever.
You guys cultivating our community's ability to
All right, that is Sherman,
We do
who
wanna
is in... No, wait a minute here. No, that's...
Looks like a little orphan slammy.
Yeah. The way the box is oriented from this point, I keep seeing folks on their bench who have cheated their chairs out a little bit and thinking they're in the box.
You know, in the wise words of Doug Henning, it's an illusion.
An illusion. A trick is well, anyway, we don't need to go into that. JRD in yellow right now. New York in Empire purple. Imperial purple. Bagel Brawl will be taken up by Switchcraft for New York right now. And still on the official timeout, 2 minutes and counting. And we're good to go now. Little Orphan Slammy sitting out 30 in the box. Everybody else on the track.
Die right there trying to get past Sweet. Sweet's not going to let it go. Going to pass him on to Fuerza.
going to the box. Oh, and there's another Goblin skater in there. So
Dianu 14 points in the first half.
Nice apex jump by Ty.
2 leads in a row for JRD now. And Sweets taking the star for New York. Fourth time Sweets has taken the star.
Ty doing a nice job right there. Gonna just make a little hop skip around the inside, in the inside line of that pack, turn around and call it off.
But sent to the box. I did not catch the penalty, but sitting out 30, so it will be a power jam for Sweets in a non-lead situation. No way to stop the clock. So Dye will be sprung from the box before this is done with still a minute left to play.
Quite the dogfight up front, little mano y mano.
Diana now out of the box, rejoining the action. Sweets trapped up front.
Sweets and Stabby Cat having quite the boxing match out there in turn number 3.
Yeah. They got practically a whole minion blocking her up there, but Sweets is through now, picking up 4. Both of them picking up 4. It is a foot race going around. Sweets picking up a penalty. Forearm, we believe, on Sweets. So that's going to leave Diano out there alone. And that was a full 2 minutes. Dianu charging into that pack, but only picking up a single point on the last pass. Full of a sound and fury and signifying 1 point, 8 to 9 on those on that jam.
Ty having a very similar style of game, very, in fact, was the MVP of the first game against Wisconsin.
Okay.
We're seeing that capability here again today, and they're doing a really good job.
Sweet's going to be starting this one in the box at 27:01 left to play in the second half. This will be the last game of the weekend for both of these teams, and playing for seeds 7 and 8. Playing for places 7 and 8, I should say. Seeded 16.
It's really kind of a fun day because we've got 24 teams and each one of them is playing.
Everyone plays today, yeah, exactly. Everybody plays exactly one game. So 12 games being played today, including the championship and the bronze medal game as well. Some adjustment to score. New York being rolled back to 4 points. And if that is the case, this is a 2-point game. 62-64 with New York in the lead, barely, and a power start for Vanek.
Oh, by the way, New York has lost some points. So they had 68, now they have 64. So it's a 2-point game. If this continues, Jewish Roller will eventually overtake New York without any more time running off the clock. Well, I feel like they will have.
All right, pack in retrograde motion now at the whistle, and we are go. Sweets in the box, Vanek on the track.
There we see the score up again between the Hammer and Bruceberry Pie. Bruceberry Pie started out at the back, got herself up to the front. And she's trying to take care of the Hammer, take Hammer out of the equation, and drop the Hammer.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Fuerza brutal with a big hit on Vanek, recycles him all the way back, gives Sweets the time necessary to get out of the box. Sweets is up front right now, looking to hand the star off to, well, Val is looking to take the star if necessary. Sweets knocked to the outside, able to come back in without too much loss of position. Demand a beating team captain for JRD.
Yeah, I really feel like the coordination and the communication for JRD's blocking defense has gotten a lot stronger as we go farther into the game.
All right, Sweets does manage to come out of the penalty box and pick up lead. Took her about a minute, but able to do so. Now JRD stashing the star, Vanek recycling back behind the Hammer, and Chugs Burkowski One to get by up front for Sweets. And they're through. Sweets coming around on the inside, cuts to the middle where all the action is. And a
Maybe
star
that was
pass.
just a well-planned rest.
There you go. That could be. 31 taking the star, Bruceberry Pie. First star pass to Bruceberry. 8-point jam for New York brings the score to 62 to 72. New York in the lead.
A nice 8-point run for New York. We're in the second period, of course, of this game. We have 25 minutes remaining.
And 8 points, the biggest jam for New York this game. They've had a few 8-point jams, but they've not hit the double digits yet. Jag jamming for New York. And Jag's your lead jammer. Just Chaos is just looking and finds their way out. Jag on the inside track, cuts to the outside and calls it off. I think they picked up 2, maybe 3 on that pass.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Stabby Cat just to run her out of bounds.
Yep.
Force her to call off that jam.
Yeah, 2 points by New York on that jam. Brings them to 74 to 62. 24 left to play in this battle of the bagel. I hope nobody gets smeared all over the track. She-Devil 063. Not your lead jammer. That would be 02 Oz Farkas. She-Devil about 5 strides behind on the track right now. Oz Farkas skating hard, trying to get by Fuerza Brutal. Fuerza with a burst of speed stays in front, limiting the damage to only 3 points by JRD. A single point picked up by New York in that foot race.
Pinky swears, wants to point something out. Not going to be a review, though.
Just healthy advice.
She got a finger out, so I think maybe there was a little scolding involved.
Pinky off skates right now, rostered, but currently serving as bench coach. And official timeout brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads. All right, that was a quick one. We are into lineup. Switchcraft on the jam line for New York. And that is Sherman. Raquel 618 for JRD. Switchcraft getting low and sneaking through. Lead jammer is Switchcraft. 1 for 2 this half. And 4 for 10 this game. Switch has jammed 10 jams thus far. Ooh, edge to
Sherman's
the
going to
outside.
get sent off for a penalty. Going to be sitting in the box. We got a power jam right now for New York, looking to build this lead up a little more.
New York doing a good job of controlling the pack by holding back Sling and Grit. Gives Switchcraft the time needed to break through that tough JRD wall up front. Switch has 8 showing and counting. As Sherman breaks through, puts the star back on the head, Switch calls it off. I'm pretty sure got all 4 of those on that last pass. Should be a 12-point jam for New York.
So yeah, that's a nice 12-point run. New York trying to start to trying to kind of put this out of reach. I know that 22 points or 23 points is not a lot, but in this game, 23 points is a lot.
Far and away the biggest differential we've seen, and that actually was the first double-digit jam that New York has put together this entire game in 38 minutes of play. Nobody, no, one in the box right now for New York. Official timeout brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads.
That's going to be a little orphan slamming in the box for New York.
We want to thank Tom's Food Center, founded in 1981. Tom's goal is to have more for us, their customers. Always on the lookout for new ways to serve us better and provide great values to save us all money. Thanks to Tom's Food Center.
We also want to say, we want to give our thanks to our Jammer Line sponsor. That's going to be Tamisha Torek. And as we've got an official review
by New York.
Tamisha Torek is a queer black woman who centers her work around connecting dope-ass people to liberatory ideas so that we can all get free. As a healing justice consultant, abolitionist, and survivor activist, Tashmika is cultivating her community's ability to imagine, build, and maintain ways to intervene on the acts of violence without relying on police, prisons, or other state institutions. And trying to create a path towards ending state-sanctioned violence against black and brown people. For an inside look at what she's growing, not just in her garden, but what's going on with her business, it's going to be tashmikatorek.com.
All right. Official review. We'll give you the information as we get it here. Looks like that's going to be coming in momentarily. Maybe.
So as a Midwesterner, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
When they talk about lox in bagels,
Sure.
what are lox exactly?
Lox are fish. It's
That's
smoked fish. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of different smoked fish that can go on a bagel. There's something called sable. There's whitefish. Lox, of course, everybody knows. I think lox is a type of salmon. I have to be honest with you. I grew up in upstate New York, very much inland, and we did not grow up with fish that did not come from Miss Gordon, so or Mrs. Paul, whatever that was there.
No.
As far as I know, fish come in stick form only. At least in the trailer park I grew up in.
Yeah, but you are aware they don't actually have to fish for those, right?
I have no idea how it works. I assume they just jump into the box and they seal it up.
You know, put a little ketchup cup out there.
Classy. What do we got?
Alright, so Purple asking to reverse the cut was just given to their camera. They suggested that the initiating blocker fell down. In fact, if that was true, they actually cut in on initiating the ball stand.
Embassy die. Out there jamming right now for Jerry. What do you got there for
Well,
us?
Switchcraft was put into the box at the very end of that jam for a track cut, and New York looking to get that track cut reversed based on the fact that the initiating blocker fell down afterwards. There was still a track cut per the refs, however, so their official review is lost, and Switch will be sitting 30, meaning Daidaenu is your lead jammer now.
And we're seeing Dai right now. Dai just getting stronger as the game progresses. Really has started to become a workhorse for the offense as jammer.
Daidaenu saying this is not enough when it comes to points at the very least. Getting in there, picking up 2 more for a 6-point jam. 71 to 87. 87? And we're going to bring She Double back up to the line for New York. She Devil going up against Just Chaos right now. Just Chaos 17-17.
Bruce Berry Pie anchoring that 3-wall up front. Nothing is moving at the moment. You've got Hammer on one side, Bruce Berry Pie on the other. Everybody in the middle.
Yeah, that's
uncomfortable.
yes. A directional play penalty being assessed to number 69. But She Devil is on a power jam now as 17-17 Just Chaos sent to the box.
So they they know each other from Mobile.
She-Devil coming to us from Queen City, Buffalo, New York. About as far west as you can get in New York.
And even though they're down a blocker right now, JRD is doing a terrific job of holding up She-Devil.
She-Devil managing to escape here at just about a minute left to play. And it looks like 17-17 is out of the box now. Just Chaos re-entering the fray. She-Devil up front got the pivot to get by. And a star pass to the offing. No, able to get through. Well, not if the Hammer has anything to say about it.
He does.
All right, that's the initial pass now for Chaos.
And She-Devil calls.
She-Devil calls it, picking up 3 on that.
I tell you, JRD's defense does a really nice job in a situation where they don't have a jammer on the track. They're able to stop the bleeding at only 3 points. That's going to be a 90. This will be 90 for New York, 71 for JRD, and we're talking about 18 minutes remaining. Yeah, that could have been a backbreaker.
Yeah, for sure. JRD has given up 3 power jams. New York given up 2 in the second half. So definitely seeing a lot more jammer penalties the second half than the first, where New York only gave up 1 power jam the whole half. And an official timeout brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads.
Yeah, and once again, we'd like to say thank you to our presenting sponsor. That's going to be the Gillespie Group. They specialize in the management, development, and reimagination of residential and commercial real estate properties. They credit quality people, a relentless creative spirit, and a passion for reinvention, and their ability to leave a lasting impact on Michigan's landscape. First, I want to also give a big shout out to Lansing Roller Derby. Lansing Roller Derby putting this tournament on, probably the biggest tournament
Of its type, certainly.
Yeah.
You know, damn near the biggest tournament, end of sentence.
Yeah,
24 teams is a huge undertaking, 3 tracks.
Personally, I've only been to a World Cup. Only World Cups have been bigger than this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we got 3 tracks, 2 practice tracks. Lansing Center is perfect.
They fit here perfectly, absolutely. And enough room to still walk around, which is not always the case.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, because there's nothing more embarrassing than having to go use the restroom and then a jammer taking you out on corner number 4.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that's at least embarrassing.
It'll show people are landing on stage 8-9.
I've never heard of an announcer getting ejected from a tournament before, but that might do it for you.
Actually, I was ejected by a jammer in my very first season because I was on skates. Yeah. There's a picture of it. I had a jammer takedown.
Okay. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Did they get points for that?
Oh,
just
she was
style
No,
points.
she was very angry.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I had these weird, funky pants on with chains on them, and the chains got caught in her skate wheels.
That's not good. Yeah, that is not good.
It didn't end well for Bob.
Nope. I bet not. We'll see if it ends well for Jag or Vanek. They are the jammers of record for jam number 9 in the second half. Vanek up front, knocked to the inside by Chugs Burkowski, being pulled all the way back to the jam line.
Really nice job by Gay of Recting, anchoring that 3-wall.
And Jag is through. 2 for 2 the second half on lead jams. And a star stash. Vanek knocked to the inside, still looking to hand it off to number 75. That's Gay of Reckoning out of Denver Roller Derby. Jag is through. That's the initial scoring pass for 4. Gay of Reckoning has now taken the star. Knocked to the outside.
And a beating to go with it.
Yeah, exactly. Those two things often come hand in hand, to be fair.
And one more time.
Fifi with a big hit. We're going to take a penalty for a forearm on it. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're smiling or if it's just the mouth guard.
Or the wincing for that matter.
All right, Gay of Reckoning now with the star for JRD. Jag working on the second scoring pass. Oh, from downtown, Gay of Reckoning.
Really quick feed gets by Nurse Ratchet. If there's any nurse you want to get past,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Nurse
fair.
Ratchet.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a nurse.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want to end up here. Anyway.
No. But you know, you got to enjoy a classic reference to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Pleasant memory for anybody who's watched it.
Yeah. That's like back in the early 70s. Danny DeVito's first film, actually.
Oh, is that right? All right. Huh.
Excellent movie.
Oh, it definitely is. I've been throwing water fountains through windows ever since. Switchcraft and Oz Farkas on the jam line here as we start things off. Oz Farkas trying to get by Fuerza Brutal up front. And Val as well. Two-wall being bridged out right now. Oh, what a hit by Val. Val is trying to pull them back, but no dice. Switchcraft. Oh, Switchcraft coming from behind and out first. 3 in a row now for Team New York. First 3 in a row either team has gotten for leads this half.
Nice speed change by the defense out there for New York. Drew things open enough to catch JRD and pull the points.
Yep. Well,
Or point.
point, yeah.
Sorry. I struggle with plurals sometimes.
I struggle with plural too. All right, anyway. She-Devil on the line. We got Just Chaos, 17-17 for JRD. Just under 15 left to play in the second half.
Winning Rome and Jag right there going to get knocked down at the front of that 3-wall.
Just Chaos coming to us from Gotham Roller Derby as well.
JRD bridging this out. And of course, Jammer hoping that she can get that to the outside of the zone of engagement.
Oh!
But no luck right there. She-Devil's going to get by that back 3.
Once again, getting so low.
I know. And she just squirts out of there.
That's the initial pass. Oh, ducking right around. Again, getting nice and low. Able to avoid a couple big hits. Harder to avoid those blockers in the front of the pack.
Yep. That's going to be slinging grits for the block on She-Devil.
She-Devil up front with 1 to get by now and through for 4. That's the first scoring pass for New York. And that puts them over the century mark, 103 now.
Yeah, again, the New York defense has just been able to knock down huge roller derby jammers and offensive.
Slammy headed to the box.
Yep.
Didn't catch that call.
New York is tallied 43 and a half. Huge roller derby.
I wonder if redheads get more penalties, like red cars get more tickets. You know, like if it just catches the eye and you end up.
That's right. You know,
There's
is
a research paper for somebody.
Or is it just the implied ferocity?
Well, could be that too. And a star pass on JRD going to Slinging Grits. Third star pass for JRD this half. And I see She-Devil calling for the pack to speed up, I think. But we're going to call that jam before there's any contact made. 8 points for New York.
We got New York at 107, JRD at 71. We're in the latter stages of the second period. And Jewish Roller Derby been kind of stymied here for a while.
That is true. They are scoreless in the last 5 jams after a big 6-point jam earlier.
This game has been as close as to within, well, we've had a lead change here.
We've had 7 lead changes in the first half. Back and forth, and at one point tied.
So it's 22 to 23 on the team penalty totals. Pretty even.
22 penalties for New York right now, 23 for JRD. One New York skater in a little bit of trouble.
Is that kind of like a bowling score, or is that like a
like a golf
NFL score? Do you want more or less? I always get that stuff confused.
NFL, is that the ones where they wear ice skates?
Yeah.
I only watch
Yeah.
roller derby, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 12, Superman taking the star for
Little Orphan Slammy actually in a little bit of penalty trouble. 5 penalties right now. Switchcraft is your lead jammer. That's 5 in a row for Team New York. And that's 618 out there. Sure, man. From Arizona Roller Derby. And JRD.
Call that off. That's
4 quick ones, I believe.
and that would be my guesstimate.
Some question, maybe question about getting all 4. Not sure.
Down at 4.
You know what? Let's just cut the difference and make it 3.5.
Right now it's 0. At least 0 on the board. So, all right, we'll call it 0. Or we'll call it official timeout,
Yeah.
possibly to adjust the scoreboard.
Yep.
And this pause and play brought to you by 888-187 Killer Pads.
We also want to thank our presenting sponsor. That's going to be the Gillespie Group. Gillespie Group specializes in the management, development, and reimagination of residential and commercial real estate properties. They credit quality people, a relentless creative spirit, and a passion for reinvention, and their ability to leave a lasting impact on Michigan's landscape. Also want to say thank you to Sacred Roller Skate Supply.
You've done this. You've done this announcement 7 times this weekend. If you've done it once.
Well, I was just trying to get it right, though.
Oh, for the first time. That's fair.
Yeah. And with play, we'll get back
We'll
to
get
that.
back to
Reed.
him. All right, that is Jag on the line against Daidaenu. Jag sidestepping on the outside track. Dainu up front right now, going against Val and the hammer. Dainu's through, yes. Lead jammer, not by much. And Jag really putting the pedal to the metal. Jag's pretty quick out there, going to force the call up. First scoreless jam of the half for either of
I was
these
having a
teams.
hard time seeing the signal, but that was absolutely the right thing to be doing. So we got Goose Eggs, 108 New York, 71 Jewish Roller Derby. We've got 11 minutes left in this, the second period.
Just under 11 minutes left to go. Switchcraft take to the jam line for New York. Can't quite see her on the ref. Vanek, I believe that is, number 12. No penalties being served. Means we got 5 on 5. Switchcraft out the front and into the lead. Switch making it around Toot Sweet. 3 in the back right now, controlled by JRD. Vanek still working on that initial pass.
Stabby Cat trying to break up that 4-wall. Trying to give Vanek the opportunity to get through. Vanek's going to take the star off the helmet for now.
Pivots way behind her. Oh, coming on up.
I thought we were going to get the Statue of Liberty there for a second.
And switches through. That's the initial scoring pass for 4.
And Gay Reckning trying to get a hold of that helmet cover.
Yeah, Vanek whipping it around a little bit, dropping it now, able to get it up, and just in time to go to the box, sitting as the jammer.
It's not only a penalty, but now you got to wash the helmet cover.
Oh, very true. You can't eat off it after that.
This is roller derby. We know things smell.
Good point. Good point. There's a lot of microbiomes out there. Switchcraft has 8 points and counting, taking their time as they work their way back up to the pack. Knock to the outside. Huge hit.
Yeah, difficult to see who it was that put that out there. Stabby Cat, though, all of a sudden the second half has just been all over the place.
Yeah, might have been Stabby, might have been Gay Reckoning, but it was a big hit one way or the other, and really just took the wind out of Switch's sails for a few seconds. Makes it through now, picking up 4. And New York
Vanek's
losing.
going to re-enter play.
1 in and 1 out for New York makes it a 3-4 pack as Switch calls it off in time. Yeah, 0 points picked up by JRD.
Yeah, for Jewish roller derby, that's an unlucky 13 right there. 50-point difference at this point. New York putting this game pretty much out of reach.
Yeah, they really have done a good job at holding JRD to only, let's see here, 22 points this half. And meanwhile, they've picked up 61. So really outscoring in the second half. Well, we're not done yet. 17-17, that's chaos. Your lead jammer, She-Devil, and making it out of the pack as well. Chaos through for 4. $75-121. And the first score for them in 8 jams. We have not seen a lot of Fifi this half. I don't think we've seen Fifi at all, but they're going to be on the jam line now. 21-50 for New York. Oz Farkas 0-2.
No surprise, the Hammer leading this off, anchoring that front wall, and in the meantime, we're going to see Fifi get lead jammer.
Not by much. Farkas out of the pack as well, chasing down Fifi. Farkas got some speed. Getting on in there, sneaking in. Might have been in time to grab a point. Yes, indeed, 1-1. 122-78 now. With 6.5 left to play. We're going to bring Jag out for New York.
JRD with an opportunity here. They've got a one-person advantage.
Yeah, the second half has definitely had more penalties than the first half. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Oh, coming from downtown, that's Sure Man. 618 for JRD, your lead jammer. And a good pickup opportunity. Jag's still not out of the pack.
Roosbury Pie put out a great show, being able to move around and keep that block engaged.
Sherman calling it, grabbing all 4. Yes. 82-122 with 5.5 left to play. Tough, but perhaps not impossible. 40-point differential on these two teams. Dainu coming to the line for JRD. They're going to be skating against somebody who's hidden. Makes me think it's probably She-Devil.
That would appear to be She-Devil.
If they are completely eclipsed by the pack, it's often She-Devil.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
Switch is a little bit taller. She-Devil locked in the back. Dainu up front right now. As New York shows them all about New York traffic.
Yeah, well, they get to say hello to Hammer personally.
Yeah. Hammer coming to us from Queen City. Showed me 2 times from the Flower City Fear. That's a Rochester men's team, or all gender team. Dainu is through, but gets a track cut on the way out. So a power jam going to New York.
What if the jammer just pops? Seemed like a distinct possibility.
It forms you into a diamond, that much pressure. But Sweets comes out, so it transforms into Sweets somehow in that pack with a star pack.
Point is, Hard Candy came out taffy.
Sweet's 5th time taking the star this game. I'm sure some of the points that I'm counting to jammers did come from Sweets. My goodness. All right, so a penalty going to JRD. Novisk 811. Sweeps back in. Dianu making some trouble out there. Breaking through to the front. Sweets chasing them down. And
Getting out there without Novix at the moment.
yeah, New York picking up a little bit of speed.
I think we know how this is going to end.
Well, honestly, kind of would have expected a call off. They came into the
yeah,
pack at the
yeah.
same time,
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
but decided to let it run with 3 minutes left and a sizable lead. Probably not a bad idea. 11 points picked up by New York there, bringing them to 133. JRD at 80. Um, 2 minutes 40 left at the whistle, and we are go. That is Chaos out of Gotham jamming for JRD.
Where's the Brutal? What that? That was compliments of Where's the Brutal. That's your gift basket.
Yeah. It comes in shades of black and blue.
Yeah.
And your lead jammer is Chaos. Chaos cut to the inside. Nice hop. Look at that.
They gave her just a couple of inches. She makes the
And
jump
that
to
was
take
enough.
that back.
Val now taking the star for New York. First time Val has taken the star this game, by my accounting at least. And under 2 minutes left to play. Team timeout being credited to JRD. Last time timeout for them. But with a minute 49 left on the clock, you may as well use it. Still have an OR. We want to thank our Track 1 sponsor, S1. S1 Life Visor helmet is next level protection. Durable, functional, and stable. The S1 Pro knee pads are built for roller derby. Our Track 1 sponsor, S1.
Of course, we also want to thank Sacred Roller Skate Supply, your source for high-quality skates and gear, custom builds, and community engagement. Queer-owned and operated since 2021, Sacred brings not only the passion for maintaining a supportive environment for skaters of all levels and identities, but also providing industry-leading brands and knowledge to support a safe skating lifestyle. Whether it's roller derby, park skating, rink, or recreational, Sacred has you covered.
All right. Perfect timing on that. We are lining back up and ready to go. Oz Farkas on the line for what is perhaps the last jam of this, going up against Fifi. Your lead jammer is Fifi. Oz Farkas has passed the star, I believe, to Slinging Grits.
Slinging Grits. Now wearing the star for Jewish roller derby. Fifi is through. Points on the board for New York.
And right there, Slinging Hits. I think that was what that was.
Some gritty hits.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in, is that Pittsburgh gritty? Anyway, that's Philadelphia lore. Nothing to do with any of these teams.
I just know that based on the name, slinging that stuff I still don't understand living in the Midwest.
You're not into grits, you're not into cheese curds. I don't know what you're into over there, Bob.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch, all right, that's fair. Bagels, how do you feel about bagels? This is the battle for the bagels.
Yeah, I know. No, bagels are good. And actually, bagels and lox are really good. Now that I understand, now that I understand what it is, yes, I've had that, and it's delicious. I suppose I should stray out of the Midwest once in a while.
You know, there are other parts of the world that I know you've been to a lot of them, man. You have traveled more for Derby than possibly anybody I know.
Yeah, but do you really know that many people?
Not many who will admit to knowing me.
Gotcha.
All right, JRD taking that official review. Did you get any details on that?
I did not.
All right. Well, it's possibly a ploy to stop the clock, if nothing else. Although there does seem to be some discussion. Guinness is going to give us the lowdown. Nope, no lowdown to give. So I'm guessing it was just to stop the clock. And with 56 on the period clock, and JRD starting off with a jammer in the box, so a power start for New York. Shoved me 2 times, and their only jammer appearance that I've seen this weekend, certainly this game. 37 seconds and counting, and shoved me 2 times. Your jammer in the lead jammer, whatever we call that.
Just looking to burn that last 26 seconds as Sling and Grits has come back out of the penalty box.
They're doing it the hard way from inside the pack.
Yeah,
There are easier ways to burn seconds.
yeah, like stopping.
Yep.
You can do it.
Skate in circles in the backfield. Meanwhile, JRD has passed the star. Is that to, I think that's Sherman taking the star.
Absolutely is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the official, unofficial score,
All right.
which is not in any way going to change enough to change the outcome.
Yeah, I don't think it's swinging 45 points. So the final unofficial score, 140 to 92. We'll have a MVP for you in just a couple of moments. Guys, see anybody big?
The hammer.
Hammer. I'm down with Hammer or Bruceberry Pie. Has Hammer won it? Bruceberry has won it? All right, let's give it to the Hammer.
She hasn't done it yet.